Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today we're reacting to, was NBA 2K14 really that good? Now, considering the fact that we just got through playing 2K14, and we about to end 2K15 in a couple of weeks. I already recorded everything. I already got the game up out of here. I'm just waiting for 2K15 to catch up. And yeah, so I'm done with 2K15 at this point. I just hurried up and got that shit out the way. Yeah. So we're gonna be doing 2K11, but I'm probably gonna take a break from 2K for a while because I want to focus on NBA Live for a little bit. I'm trying to hurry up and get NBA Live 19 the fuck up out of here. So that way I can just focus on NBA Live 2004. And the other thing that I plan on doing with NBA, the other thing that I plan on doing with an NBA game. And then after that, yeah, I should do an update video to explain to y'all what I'm planning on doing. But yeah. Was NBA 2K14 really that good? This is by Soft Drink TV. He just uploaded this. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Over. Oh, so we talking about the PS4 version? Alright. I ain't got no problem. Or is we talking about the PS4 and the last gen version? Because we talk about both versions. Both versions are a 10 out of 10. No matter how you look at it, both versions are a 10 out of 10. This is back when 2K actually gave a fuck. They don't give a fuck now, but back then, boy. This is all the good 2Ks we got left, man. 2K11 to 2K17. That's all we got, bro. Even though 2K17 is pretty ass, but still, it was the last of the Mohegans. Let's just keep it right there for right now.
NBA 2K14 is considered to be one of the greatest NBA 2K games ever made.
It's top 3.
It was the first 2K to make the jump to the PS4 and Xbox One, with many calling it the greatest looking 2K ever.
Yeah, it's top.
And even
it's top.
today,
it's top
some
3.
would argue that it still has the best lighting and graphics of any 2K since.
Facts. This has arguably the best graphics, the best lighting, everything, bro. I can't wait until PS4 emulators get whenever they decide to stabilize PS4 emulators, bro. I'm here for it, bro. Because I will be playing the shit out of this game. For real. I missed this game. I got it, but I need I need an Xbox with a disc. I don't have an Xbox with a disc. I have the Xbox S. I don't have the Xbox X. So I don't have the disc tray. So I have to play everything digitally. But y'all know I use my Xbox for like emulation, so I don't really fucking play games like that. I only play PlayStation 2 games because that's all I like to play.
This was the first 2K to introduce the Park, which has become a huge game mode in recent years. EuroLeague teams were fully licensed in this game, and my career was incredibly in-depth for its time. This game made NBA Live 14, a game EA took years off to create, look like complete trash in comparison.
Because it was.
A few years ago, we had the majority of 2K players actually preferring to play the PS4 version of 2K over the newer PS5 version. When NBA 2K14 dropped, that wasn't the case at all. You only played the PS3 version if you didn't have the next-gen consoles. Even today, some claim that 2K14 was smoother, more fluid, and a better basketball simulation than 2K24. But was NBA 2K14 really that good? And does it truly hold up today?
Yes.
Or is it just nostalgia? Are
No.
we being overly critical of modern 2K because of the sour taste the VC and microtransactions leave?
Nope.
Is the community biased?
Nope.
Do we miss the era surrounding the game or the gameplay and the visuals themselves?
No, it's the
In this
era.
video, I'm going to take a deeper look at 2K14 and directly compare it to 2K24 in key.
It's the era that it came in. It's this era. Like I said, this era from 2K11 to 2K17. This is when 2K gave a fuck and it actually carried these games with care, handled these games with care. Well, except for 2K15. We all know how 2K15 was treated. Patch 3, we couldn't equip fucking shoes. Patch 4, we finally could equip shoes, but guess what? Demigod glitch. Fucking 2K15. 2K15 was probably the worst out of that time frame. I'd probably say 2K15 was the worst. 2K15 was the worst experience out of this time frame. I would probably say that a close second probably would have to be 2K12, but that's only because of the lockout situation. When the NBA had like a full-fledged lockout that year, yeah, we had no choice. We had no choice. We was stuck. We didn't have the rookies. We were stuck with last year rosters. They had created characters for the rookies that year. It was like, yo, nah, this ain't it, chief. And then when the season finally came back and they gave us that big ass update, everybody had to restart their My Career. Yo, I'd probably say that was probably the second worst experience. Plus, we didn't have crew mode that year. Oh my god, bro. That was probably the second worst 2K experience. 2K12 is a good game, but the experience of that year was terrible just because of the lockout. Then I'd probably say like 2K17 was probably the worst. Was probably the last to worst experience of that era. 2K17 was not a good experience. 2K16 would definitely be after 2K17. And y'all have to remember, I understand that going back and looking at it now, yes, it was a good game, but let's not forget all them patches we had to go through just for that game to actually get to where it got to. That's the thing people forget. 2K16 was terrible. The first 4 patches, that game was fucking terrible. By patch 5, patch 6, perfect. Excellent. Nothing else needed to be done. And they knew it. And they left it alone. And we enjoyed the fuck out of 2K16 till they cut the servers off. So we gotta keep it real, bro. 2K14. Now, I did not experience 2K14 on the PS4 because I didn't get my PS4 till like April. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't get my PS4 till tax time. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I didn't get my PS4 till tax time. When tax time came, and I got my income tax, I had my little 1200. My mama kept telling me, "Boy, you need to get you a car. You working them jobs, you need to go get you a car and stuff." I'm like, nigga, fuck a car, nigga. I'm about to go get this PS4, nigga. On gang, nigga. I'm finna go get this PS4. I don't care if I do got 1200. I don't care if I do got 1200 on me. I'm finna go get this car. You got me fucked up, mom. So I'm not finna do none of that shit. Fuck that car. Nigga, I'll still ride the bus, nigga, but I'm gonna get this motherfucking PS4, nigga. Showing up. Bought that motherfucking PS4, came home, she saw that motherfucking PS4 box in my bedroom. She was mad. She was like, "So you spent your money on a PlayStation instead of a car? What do you want me to get a car so bad for?" Little did I know, she was plotting and planning to get me the fuck up out the house. Severed our relationship, but we made back up. We made back up. Me and my mom made back up. What could have been, right?
Key areas to really get to the bottom of this. Should you be playing NBA 2K14 in 2023? Or are you better off just playing a more recent title? Let's find out. The first thing I noticed when I started playing 2K14 was how fast and fluid everything felt within gameplay.
Facts.
Players moved quickly, and you'd even see their jersey move with them. We don't see jersey physics like this in modern 2K because the NBA has shifted towards using slimmer fitting uniforms, but this does feel representative of the era this game released in. Compared to 2K24, shots have a more random chance of falling. In newer 2Ks, you have to greenlight your shot to make it online or at higher difficulties, while in these older titles, sometimes bad shots would magically fall in. This is more realistic and something that's annoyed me with future titles. If you go outside and start shooting at your local park, you might hit a few dumb shots that you shouldn't have made. A green light should always result in a make, but sometimes it's nice to be surprised. I get why newer 2K...
Yeah, and then the fucking people that played the tryhards that play at the park all day will sit up here and say, well, that's just comp, bro. That's comp, bro. That's how we need the game to be, because that's comp. We shouldn't be hitting slightly early and slightly late. Bro, you're not going to always hit it on perfect timing. That's why 2K24 is trash. I know it's trash. I still haven't played it yet. Well, I did technically play it, but I pirated it to play it. And the experience was just awful. So, I'm not even touching that fucking game. Like I said, that game will never see the light of day on this channel. I will never play 2K24 on this channel. I will never let y'all I will never let y'all see me sit through that garbage. I played it off recording. I hated it. Fuck 2K24.
Games are different. These games are more focused on being a competitive online game, rather than a sim-focused offline game, so there needs to be a skill gap. You don't want to play someone who gets lucky and hits a few bad shots with a poor release. I just wish it was a little less predictable. You can tell if a shot is going in before it comes close to the rim in newer games, which takes away some of the fun in my opinion. The issue with modern sports games teeing the line between being a competitive online game versus being a more sim-focused offline game is something I might make an entire video about. Let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in that. But love it or hate it, this is one example of the direction 2K has taken in recent years, along with most other sports video games, because that's where the money is. NBA 2K14 has some very solid gameplay for its time, but I can't say it's better than newer 2Ks overall. There are a lot less dribble moves and animations for ball handling, there's a lot less player-specific jump shots, and it's simply less complex. What makes it fun today is simply how different it feels and how fluid it is. It must be running on a completely different engine.
Yeah.
If you're bored of the similar gameplay from the last few 2Ks, this is definitely a breath of fresh air. And for its time, this game blew away both NBA 2K13 and NBA Live 14. It was a masterpiece on the court back in its day. When it comes to game modes and overall depth, despite the nostalgia surrounding 2K14, NBA 2K24 does have more to it. My career, however, did have a few things going for it in 2K14 that modern 2Ks don't have. For example, if you became an NBA superstar, your team's GM will actually sit you down and ask you which players your team should target to sign and help you out. That was pretty cool. This was also the last 2K to have individual attribute upgrades, rather than categoric upgrades for your My Player. And the stories in these older 2Ks had less filler and felt less corporate, at least in my opinion. You're here to be an NBA legend, not talk to Jake from State Farm.
Facts.
I had previously claimed that 2K16 had a fantastic My Career story, but I now find that to be more of my nostalgia talking. These older stories were always cheesy and sometimes cringe, but they had charm. They may not hold up as well today, but I always had a blast playing them, and for an NBA game from the early 2010s, My Career was pretty cutting edge for its time. When it comes to other game modes, however, 2K24 takes the cake. The My Eras feature in 2K24's Dynasty mode is incredible, and something 2K14 can't even compare to. 2K14 did have My GM, where you had to balance managing the finances and roster construction of a team, while also managing the personal relationships with players and coaches. It was pretty deep for 2013, but almost everything from it is still included in My NBA in 2K24. While today Park is one of the most played and most hated game modes, it was introduced for the first time ever back in 2K14. Look at how humble this gameplay is. These are people just shooting hoops online. simpler times.
Yep.
Today, the park has become an excuse for 2K to feature excessive microtransactions in a fully priced game,
Yep.
as you start out as a 60 overall, but nearly everyone online pays to be a 99, and if you don't pay yourself, it'll take a really long time to become competitive. It has also become incredibly cheesy, with players spamming left-right dribble moves, then running to the rim to trigger a dunk animation so extreme, I don't even think Giannis could do it. 2K14's more simple OG park was a lot more chill, for better or for worse, although I'm sure if it was around today, there would definitely be a way to cheese it online. In its original 2K14 form, 100 players could join a server and play half-court 2s, 3s, or full-court 5s, with your customized...
And they had proximity chat too, so people could walk around and just troll you the whole time. I remember one time I went to the park back playing 2K14. Bro, it was this one little kid just walking around trolling me the whole fucking time. Followed me every fucking game. I left the park, came back in, was enjoying the game. I want to say about 5 games later, this nigga appears on the fucking court again, following me again. Like, I found you. I'm like, nigga. I'm so happy they took proximity chat out, bro. That shit was annoying, bro. That shit was terrible, bro. That shit is only for people that want to do prank videos on YouTube. Fucking losers, fucking dweebs. But, trying to get fucked up content and shit, playing with people and shit. Like, people just want to come on here and just play some basketball, bro. Why y'all gotta be trolls for content, bro? It's not funny. I'm just saying. But anyways, though, yeah, man, this was just like, you really had to be a 90 overall before you go to the park. You couldn't be no 80 overall at the park. You was an 80 overall, 70 overall at the park. You couldn't do shit. You was getting stripped left and right. You had to be a 90 overall to compete, bro. Because everybody that was at the park around this time, bro, everybody was paying for their attributes. Me, I grinded my way to a 99. So when I finally was at a 95, I went to the park. I was good. Motherfuckers that was like 78, 82, 85, 88 overalls, you couldn't do shit. You was done for. You was getting blocked. You was getting stripped. You needed to be a 90, or you was gonna have a bad day playing at the park.
Player. There was no weekly spin, or even affiliations or crews or leagues. It was basic and bare bones, but for its time it was a huge hit. It was Blacktop, now online with user-created players. It was awesome. Something 2K14 had that 2K24 doesn't is the inclusion of Euro teams, each fully licensed with real players and uniforms. It was a pleasant surprise to see, as Euro teams haven't been in 2K in a very long time, but overall when it comes to game modes and depth, 2K24 does have more going for it. Let's compare the graphics of 2K24 and 2K14. I'll be alternating similar footage between the games. Clearly there is more detail in the player faces and bodies on newer games, which makes sense considering 2K14 is 10 years old. But there's just something about the lighting and overall vibe of 2K14's graphics that just look more authentic. During development, 2K sent employees to visit every arena and capture the specific lighting of each arena, so then in-game the same lighting sources were used, resulting in an authentic looking experience on the court visually. What do you guys think? Comparing graphics like this can be a pretty subjective experience, so our opinions might differ. I do think 2K14 looks better than the next few 2Ks that followed it, but once NBA 2K jumped to the PS5 and Series X, the graphical detail went up to another level. But the lighting in 2K14 is something I still don't feel like 2K has topped. In terms of presentation, I really love the scoreboard and broadcast graphics used in 2K14. It screams early 2010s in the best way. Before halftime, Doris Burke will interview a player, then it cuts to the halftime show, which simply shows highlights and stats with a voice behind it. It wasn't bad at all, but this was before 2K introduced Ernie, Shaq, and Kenny, who are still featured in 2K24. 2K24 might have the worst scoreboard I've ever seen, however. It looks like a ticker rather than a scoreboard. That said, 24 having multiple commentary teams, sideline reporters, each arena's unique PA voice, and of course the retro broadcast packages included in the My Eras mode make it the better game in terms of presentation to me. For a 10-year-old game, however, 2K14 is still really dang good in this department. I can't say 2K14 is a better game than 2K24. While I called 2K24 not good in my review, that's mainly because the game barely changed from 2K23, and microtransactions have gotten worse than ever. I would recommend most people who just want to play a modern game offline go for 2K23, while competitive players might as well get 24. The base game itself, especially the My Eras mode, is fantastic, although there are plenty of gameplay frustrations. NBA 2K14 isn't as deep or complex of a game on or off the court, but it has a certain charm missing from modern releases. The lighting and graphics are insane for a decade-old title, and it's a great way to go experience the NBA back in 2013 as authentically as possible. I think a lot of people are falling for nostalgia if they call this game better in every way than modern 2K.
It's top
It was
three.
a more fair, less monetized title with a lot of passion put into it. And it does play a lot differently, and I can see someone preferring the gameplay of 2K14 to 2K24's. This game is definitely a classic worth playing today, but are you better off playing this game than a newer 2K?
Yes.
I'm not so sure. If you're looking for a deep NBA experience, go play the My Eras mode in 2K23.
Man, if you don't get the fuck up out of here with that bullshit, man, ain't nobody trying to play My Eras, man. Come on, G. That's something you do for content, bro. That's not really something you do just for the fuck of it, unless you that type of person. Me personally, I don't give a fuck about no My Eras. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. 2K14 is top 3. Okay? It's top 3 of all the 2Ks ever created. 2K14 is top 3 and it's number 3. No, I'll take that back. It's top. Yeah, it's top 2 and it's not 2. I put it like that. After reevaluations and touching on older games, I have to say 2K14 is probably the second best 2K ever created. Yeah, it's the second best one. Obviously, number 1 is going to be 2K11. It's just, the game's too fucking good. 2K11 is just too fucking good for what it was, man. The experience, the vibe, the dedication that was put into that game, that alone makes it the greatest 2K ever created. Now, 2K14 is number 2 because clearly they put the effort in, they put the time in, the game was good. Didn't really have that many complaints about it. It was a couple of complaints, but it wasn't nothing major at the time. And it was just a great overall experience. Whether you was playing, I prefer, if you played the last gen version of 2K14, I would recommend you play it on the PC, just so you can have more fun with it. You know, alternate the scoreboards, cyber faces, updated rosters, shoes that's not in the game. You could put your own custom soundtracks in the game, change the music up and all that stuff. Have a whole TNT broadcast with the scoreboard, and then the music be playing when you be taking timeouts and shit, just like they do actual real life and shit like that. Like, bro, it like if you watch my 2K14 series that I recently just did, then you know all those mods that I put into that fucking game. Oh my god, all those fucking mods. I put like 18. I think I put like 20. I think I put like 20 to 23 mods in just one fucking game, just to give it the greatest overall experience. That's why 2K14 is top 2 for me. It's in the top 3 for sure, but it's number 2. And then obviously 2K16 would be number 3. I know a lot of you dweebs out there that was born in like the 2000s are going to say, no, it's 2K17 for me. That was my first game. Yeah, pretty sure it was, you fucking dweeb. Well, not you 2000s babies, but you 2010 babies. That's what I meant to say. You 2010 babies. I know y'all 2000 babies. Y'all probably was old enough to play 2K around like 2K8, 2K9. And your first 2K was probably 2K10 or 2K11, one of the two. Yeah.
24. But if you're looking for something new, something fresh, something a little nostalgic, 2K14 is a quality option.
You keep riding off the nostalgic. It's not nostalgic, bro. It's not nostalgic. It's actually a good game. I don't get where you coming from with this nostalgic bullshit. It's not nostalgia, bro. It's actually a good game because they actually fucking cared around this time, bro. I'm not gonna say that you weren't playing these games around this time, but I'm pretty sure you were not playing 2K like that around these times because clearly you're a football fan, so clearly you were a Madden guy around this time. So clearly you being a Madden guy, you just now hopping on this 2K wave and playing all these games and shit like that. Like, yo, you gotta understand, bro. 2K14 was that game, bro. Like I said, the last gen version was good and the next gen version was good. Why you think we were so disappointed when 2K21 came out? Why you think we've been so disappointed with every 2K that has come out so far? Since the PlayStation 5s. Since the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox S and X been out. Why you think we've been so disappointed? Because we seen these motherfuckers do better. We seen these motherfuckers. Some of us was around during the Xbox 360 era. Some of us saw 2K6. Some of us saw 2K7. Some of us saw 2K8 and said, damn, they really out here doing this shit, bro. Like, you don't, like, bro, you gotta understand, bro. It's a reason why a lot of the older 2K people, such as myself, who really experienced this shit, tell you without the shadow of a fucking doubt, we have been so fucking disappointed because we seen 2K when they put the time and the effort into a game, when they handle it with care. We seen the greatness that 2K can do. The problem is they don't want to do it no more. They are a shell of themselves. When you see garbage like this right here, what do you expect, man? It's like you see garbage like this. Of course, it's not the nostalgia. This shit is garbage. This shit is a money grab. They put Kobe on the cover for no reason. They put Kobe on the cover just to sell this fucking game. They use that man death for profit. But 2K14, on the other hand, the VC was there, but it was really irrelevant. You just played the game and had fun. You didn't even care too much about the VC. Fuck the VC. Fuck the VC. Yo, I'm having fun with this game. And that's the major thing. Can you have fun with this game? You can't have fun with 2K24. You gotta pay to play the game. You gotta put more money into playing the game. You think I'm gonna sit up here and put more money into playing a game? Fuck out of here, bro. But anyway, so I've gone on a tangent for too long. We about to be 30 minutes in. Goddamn. Anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one. Y'all know me, man. I'm too passionate when it comes to these games, especially games that are near and dear to my heart. And 2K14 is one of those near and dear games to my heart. Like I said, 2K14, top 2Ks ever made. It's not even up for debate. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to see you all in the next video. Till then, peace out.